Hello, everyone. I don't know how many people will show up. Armor said he'd be up in a little bit. We're going to clash some 65 tonners together today, and we were chatting about them, trying to figure out, like, what can we really do with a Hellbringer, which always falls short. It is one of the mechs of all time. It really is a mech that can do a whole lot of things, but none of them really well, unfortunately. So you have to live with what you get.
I'm glad you gave us a countdown this time.
I mean, the Hellbringer, 65 tons is a very weird weight range. Let's be honest. You're in the middle of the 60 of the heavy range, but you're not as big as a 70 tonner, so you generally don't have as big guns or as much armor, but you have, enough room to put stuff on. You can still go 6'9" with things like, the linebacker.
Nice.
Or, I mean, even faster if you put a supercharger on, for reasons. You can go 5'8", which is the speed most of them go to. You've got 4.6 ones that end up having a whole lot of guns.
I got kicked
Well,
out.
that's a thing that I notice about. That's a thing that I notice about Clan Heavies.
The options are,
I think he just
varied.
I think he's having connection problems.
Who?
Professor. I just got kicked out of the Mega Mech. And his icon just went black.
Oh no. And it says we're still live.
Okay. I'm back.
Issues.
Okay, cool. Yay. I don't know if it was me or if it was you.
No, it's me. It's me. Does work now. Disconnect. Oh, it closed Mega Mech altogether. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to reload.
Well, I reckon while you guys get your Mega Mech set up, I'm gonna monologue for a second. Clan Heavy Mechs, Clan Heavy OmniMech specifically, they're really crazy to me because, like, when you see the initial ones, like the Hellbringer and the Timberwolf, and they're moving 5'8" and they're moving really fast and stuff, it's like, oh wow, these are some really fast mechs, and then they still carry a lot of gun. And then you look at the 4.6 heavy mechs, like the Nightjeer and the Novacat, and the weaponry that they can bring is just ridiculous. They trade that speed to be gun carriers. So I don't know. I kind of classify them between, like, are you a mobility unit, i.e. you move 5'8" or more, or are you a weapons carrier, i.e. you move 4.6. And I like my weapons carriers. I do like the Novacat.
That's fair.
I do like the Nightjeer to an extent, to the extent that I would rather bring a Novacat because, well, I mainline the Novacats, but Nightjeers are cool too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, my favorite Nightjeer.
I think I like the Nightjear better than the Timberwolf.
Well, I just like being able to carry. Weaponry.
The usual. Everybody likes the H.
Mm-hmm. Well, give me a. If I'm gonna be carrying,
someone's bringing up that the Loki 2 is a
heavy large laser. I
agree.
Love a Gauss rifle. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about that one for a second. Way back in the day on the BattleTech forums, someone on the mech design subforum posted a Loki 2. Not the Hell, not the Loki Mark II. It was the Loki 2. And the idea behind it was simple. If we give it ferrofibrous armor, and we distribute the ferrofibrous armor crits the right way, you end up with a mech that gets 90. You end up with a Loki, a Hellbringer, that has 96% armor coverage. So it's actually armored in all of its locations against AC-20s and Gauss rifles. well, and or Gauss rifles, but it could actually carry. And mind you, this was like 2012, so this was before the Ill Clan updates. So I don't know if it could do the Ill Clan fits, but it could do every cannon Hellbringer variant while still moving the high speed that Hellbringers move at and carrying 96% armor coverage. And I saw
The
that and I
biggest-
said, yo, this is a mech now.
It's like the Summoner. I mean, the Summoner also has very limited fancy gear on it.
Hmm?
Once you look at it, so there's a few, like the Nova's the same. You only have like a fancy XL engine. That's all that you really have on it.
I mean,
what am I missing?
In the original 3050s, when you have the Mad Dog bringing 2 LRM-20s and pulse lasers, or 2 Gauss rifles, and you have the Timberwolf being the Giga Chad Timberwolf, it's really easy to overlook the Hellbringer because, like, yeah, it's got a lot of guns, but oh wow, that armor is pitiful. I'm shocked more Hellbringers didn't get salvaged by the Inner Sphere just by virtue of armor kill alone.
There's one problem with that. You won't be able to easily salvage a whole lot of Hellbringers because they're gonna get blown up like really bad.
If I recall, Hellbringers were on that little list that during Invasion to Jihad, where they were on almost everyone's list. They were on the FedCom list, the Razahog list.
I mean, unlike the Nova, you can probably easily
miss links.
I mean, the Novas, I mean, if you have one in the Inner Sphere, the only problem you have is that XL engine. If that XL engine goes, you're in trouble, basically.
Yeah, and then
but even there, you could stick a 250 from anybody else's, and you'd still be fine. You probably have problems with the heat sinks, and that's why the Blackhawk KU exists. Like I've done the video on the KU.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically it.
Well, and to round
you
out my
could do an
point,
Hellbringer KU, basically.
Well, and to round out my point, then you look at the Summoner in the same vein as the Hellbringer, and it's like, I mean, it's just kind of there. It looks like a Thunderbolt. This must be a Clan Thunderbolt. And it's like, but I don't get as excited if I'm driving a Thor Summoner. I don't get as excited for that as I do for driving a Thunderbolt.
That's part of the problem, really.
That's fair.
It's very lackluster, but I got a homeboy that he'll use summoners and he's a madman with them, but he plays very aggressively, which, I mean, I guess you kind of have to when you're a Hellbringer or a summoner pilot.
Lore accurate Jade Falcon.
I mean, if
this
you
is the same guy who did the 2 Jupiter Turkina Charlie list last
because he hates people. Okay.
Oh, would you like to know how, by the way?
Won everything?
He lost turn 2 because he took 3 shots.
Well, that's a bit of an issue, I would say.
He was able to murder Mog, the Mistlinks, the Warhammer 2C, whatever it was the other guy had brought, stayed away from his elementals, and the Blood-Ass Golf was staring down the remaining Jupiter and Turkina when time got called. It was an overwhelming Jade Falcon victory, as usual.
Unless they're in plot, and when they're in plot, they have an overwhelming Jade Falcon loss.
Don't even get me started on clans and the plot. Clan Hell's Horses ought be a real tough one to beat, but instead they're cartoonishly and they make who was it? We're number 1 guy. They make him
breaking up there, buddy.
They were also aware of Clan Wolf's plot armor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you what mech do you want, Armor?
Which mech?
Yeah.
I kind of have these kind of 10Ks because
we already have someone with a Cauldron-born with Cauldron-borns.
Yeah.
We're wanting to go with the mechs that are there, so you get 4 picks out of those. that blue on my side.
Oh, which is it? The Arcas?
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting one. Arcas. They use Arcas and Dominator because they're both 585, which is
Which makes them some of the more mobile ones and some of the more expensive ones.
Arcas, Dominator, and then Linebacker's actually a good one. Linebacker, I guess, is interesting because 6'9", that's the fastest you can get 65 tonners to go.
Wow. Well, normally, yeah.
All right. He's making a pseudo bear list over there.
Well, if you're doing the pseudo bear list, I'm sending you to Karhu, which is the other bear one. So just take out the mechs that you currently have, and I'll go Hellzor's colors. You were talking about them, even though they keep having difficulties. I'll be piloting a Balius.
Cartoon. They come across as children's show villains with twirling mustaches and comedic ineptitude.
That is generally the case. All right, I'm just going to select a map that is 30 by 50. No, that's too weird. Does someone remember the size of the? No, if we just do an arena fight, that won't be. We'll be in melee in 5 minutes.
I'll just do an advanced search.
Hey, there you go. Jade Falcon trial. That sounds. That sounds.
I think you need to put a bunch of those maps together. They're 41 by 41. That's big.
Oh yeah, that's big enough. That'll work.
Okay.
See, let's see.
It is
pick a side.
Is an odd one, but I'll take southeast.
Southeast. Right, I'll go. I guess northeast. Northwest. Northwest for me.
Okay, Armor, just pick a side, and we'll begin clashing those big boys.
Okay.
One of the things with a lot of these, they're going to be decently fast, either around 5'8" or 5'85". You have a few at 6'9" with the Balius and the linebacker. The Rifleman 2C goes 3'5".
The Rifleman 2C is all over the place.
Rifleman 2C is going to be the slowest of the bunch, but my God, is he going to make up for it?
Fire Scorpion's at 4.6. You can technically go 711 if you would go with an XXL engine. Is it a bright idea?
It would still be 390, wouldn't it? Because the 6'9", 6'5" is a 390 rating engine, so I don't think you can go bigger.
You can. It'd be a 450, something like that, or a 445 XXL, which would probably be something like 36 tons, even if it's an XXL, which would be entirely silly. I mean, there's a Battle Master that goes 5'8" with an XXL.
Oh, this is certainly a map.
Certainly a map of all time.
So this is why Jade Falcons are always so grumpy. Look at this map.
It's all pavement.
Level 5.
What is it? All pavement on top of it? Oh boy. Okay, and there's impassables.
So you cannot.
So it's
jump
underground.
On top of that.
It's like an underground cavern thing.
It's Ishimara clan style.
Really?
Y'all are about to be playing a game of slip and slide.
Just make your piloting checks.
Someone hit done.
That's me that forgot to print done. All right.
Slip and slide tech.
Crossbow, which is 5'8". It's an early clan OmniMech, so it has like nothing fancy in it. pair of LRM-20s. That's all it really has. The crossbow is not bad. I'll be honest. I actually have seen people use them effectively. They're really cheap for an OmniMech, so it's a good thing to bring. And it's cheap for money, and it's in terms of BV, it's not that expensive. We've got a crossbow Mark II in the campaign because upgrades.
Someone wanted
So,
this the version of what is it, the D variant? That's the snub nose hag.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
was
is
my little hilarity.
I mean, why not go with 20 AP Gauss? Autoco is an export mech for Clan Seafox that they exported to Auscarita, even though they were not supposed to.
It's amazing. They created this thing, and then Jade Falcon's like, "You're not planning on selling that to the Cretans, are you?" And they said no, and then sold them to the Cretans.
Money.
No,
It's one of the few clans that runs single heat sinks. That and the Piranha.
Really?
The Piranha is a good reason for it
because
leave it to Diamond Shark to be penny pinching.
I mean, there is a very expensive version with double heat sinks built for the export market using inner sphere parts. So they've done all sorts of things with that thing.
It's a silly robot, and one of the few Ironwind Metals models that I own. I do have a Ironwind Metal Haotoko.
It is. I like it. I like the looks of it. It doesn't mean it's very good, but I mean, in terms of equipment, 2 LRM-20, 2 LRM-10, 2 LRM-10, no, 215, 210s is going to be pretty, since they're clan ones, you're going to be able to just buckshot people in the face with them. It's not bad, especially if you have a spotter with a narc, which I do not, of course.
I am the DCMS, and I have a Lance of Ha Otokos, and I have no minimum range on all those LRMs, and I'm fighting the Davions, who do not have access to clan LRMs.
Suffer.
Also,
bad things might happen.
Also, since we spent a lot of money, even though they do have single heat sinks and they were made for export, they're still expensive clan mechs. So I'm probably putting good pilots, like 3-4 veteran pilots in them.
Oh, probably. But I mean, they're not that expensive. If I remember right, the Autoco falls, like, since it's mostly standard parts in it, like, well, 6 million C-bills. It's not that bad for a
I think it's under 2K. I think it's under 2K battle value.
Yeah, 1873.
So right there at that point.
Yeah.
It's not cheap once you upgrade pilots, it's not cheap, but I was gonna upgrade pilots anyway so I can get use out of those clan LRMs, indirecting and being in my face and whatnot. Also, it has hands so it can punch. The Diamond Sharks remembered that Inner Sphere Mech Warriors like to punch.
I mean, it's not a Phoenix Hawk 2C, which should have battle fists, but it's good.
Yes, the Charger.
Okay, one of the big issues with that Loki Mark II, it has a small cockpit, so in this pavement battlefield, I am not running with this thing, ever. It is going to skid and fall, even with a decent pilot in.
I am excited to see this game of slip and slide tech that's about to occur.
Oh, I did on tabletop thing that was like that. We did. We found an SLDF bunker and we're trying to get into it before the clans. I forget which one of the clans was also trying to get to the bunker. Mm-hmm. And it was just slip and slide central. All of us just going like, oh no, here we go. Slamming into each other.
I don't think anybody's going to be seeing anything because there's weird cover all over the place.
At least we're not playing double blind and turning this into a horror show.
You guys were a bunch of. You guys were a bunch of 8-year-olds when you found out that the candy store was giving away free candy, slip and sliding all over each other.
There you go. Oops.
Hey, I'm not falling for that again. They promised me free candy and tried to sell me a timeshare.
They promised
Yes.
They promised me free candy, and then I got a free trip to Paris Island. I didn't get no candy there neither.
They promised you free candy, and then you ended up in Iraq. That happened to a few people
I never
too.
deployed.
Oh, you
I
never
know there's a
deployed?
few people. I know there's a few people who were promised free candy and ended up getting sent to Iraq and Afghanistan. But yeah, it was the thing. I could barely even get peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. Actually, it was kind of a ripoff. I want my money back. I would say I want my money back, but it was a free trip.
There you go. One of the things with those 65 tonners, all of them kind of fall into the same category, except that Rifleman 2C in terms of speed and efficiency. But you'll see a wide range of a wide range of everything else is basically, because it is
there we go.
It is a bit odd how they behave in combat. We have some with decent armor. We've got some with awful armor. We've got some with pulse lasers. They're all over the place. 65 tons is nice, even in the inner sphere side. I mean, you've got the Thunderbolt, which everybody loves. Period. So no questions to ask there.
I was debating on whether or not I should get you talk you into adding the Thunderbolt Charlie or the Thunderbolt Charlie 2 into it. Because they're technically clan mechs. They're 65 ton and technically clan, but they're just
we're gonna go with the official clan mech. I mean, overall, you already have a very good selection with what we're bringing here.
You look at the Thunderbolt Charlie, see that it has single heat sinks, and then it's like, oh, okay, everything else on it is kind of irrelevant since it can't sink it. But then you take another look at it and you go, oh, wow, hello, Proto Summoner.
Mm-hmm. No, there's... I think everybody loves the Thunderbolt. That's part of the thing. Like, everybody loves the Thunderbolt in various ways. So...
Well, it's... I mean, even if you don't like it, it's a good heavy to get another heavy.
I mean, it's one of the rare things that if they put in a box somewhere, I'll be like, yeah, I'll take an extra or two. I don't really mind.
And before I lose service, that's the Agoak box. That is the Davion heavy battle lance, and it is a jumper in, I think, box.
Iridani box, because the Iridani light make their own jumpy Thunderbolt. They have a factory for them, which is mercs building their own mechs, which is awesome.
And actually, before I potentially lose service here, that's what I said that Clan 65 tonner list is. I said, oops, guess I'm Iridani mercenaries running my clan salvage. Ha ha ha. Because it was only a lance instead of a full star.
Yeah. And I mean, the Iridani Light Horse add a significant amount of salvage during the
and that's
Operation
why we have that's why the Fire Scorpion fighting in the Inner Sphere, because they were able to get one from the Goliath Scorpions, who took that guy, that cute girl at the club or at the bar, and then there's that creepy guy that like takes a weird interest in her, but she's kind of into it. That's the relationship between the Light Horse and the Goliath Scorpion, because they're like, you guys are descended from the Star League. What's that like? And they're like, that's kind of cool, we want to absorb you into our clan. Oh, we don't want to do that. Too bad.
We're gonna keep trying to do that.
The word no is not in our vocabulary. Yeah.
It's neg. It's neg in their vocabulary.
You're not saying proper word.
And getting a Fire Scorpion though is probably like getting one of those weird things, at a gift exchange party. Like you get that one gift that nobody wants.
I don't mind a quad Ishtar.
I know that feeling all too well, and is why I do not participate in Dirty Santa.
Oh, that's why.
I wonder if Clan Diamond Shark will like host their trials as like the Solaris tournaments.
Diamond Shark is in charge of the Zelbran stables at Solaris. They're already there.
Okay.
And hilariously, for a while, their best warrior was a Ghost Bear, if I recall.
That would be like Diamond Shark. Everyone knows who they are. Everyone knows they're the people who sell you clan tech and whatnot. So, like, if they were to pay-per-view their trials of position and whatnot, and like hype up Rise Stars, like they could have like Galaxy Commanders who are like followed like WWE wrestlers and whatnot. You know what I mean?
That'd be hilarious.
I mean, that's pretty much what what's their face CGL wanted to do with their time skip, because that's what they wanted to do after Battle of Terra was an actual time skip, and well, that didn't go too well.
And
everybody rebelled.
It shows because I picked up TRO Dark Age, how they compile all those TROs, and I'm like, okay, I just want to get them just to have them, you know.
Yeah.
And as I was reading the intro, I was like, 3150? No, it's far ahead to the future.
3250.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is all that? You know what? I'm gonna ignore this and just look at the robots. Just look at the cool, pretty robots.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mystery boxes, and well, mystery boxes are not a great thing in writing. Some people like it, but I will say at all times that mystery boxes is not a great way to write a book or anything.
I liked mystery boxes in the Jihad Secrets books and in the Blake's Documents books, because while a lot of that stuff ends up being canonized just for the sake of canonizing, just having that level of like the gene cased, right? Where it's like, oh, we have people who can like hold their breath and like move through outer space. And then of course the Battletech version of the Demonculaba from 40K are also in there. And it's like something so horrid and grotesque, could it exist here? And it's like, well, possibly.
So they actually said something that they wanted the gene cast to be the actual big bad, but all the interest was in the Wabi stuff.
And so it becomes nothing more than an offshoot of the Society / Bandit / Dark Cast that gets used as the big bad for, oh no, we wrote too many clans and this is too much and we need a culling, a reaving, a war of reaving, as it were.
Pretty much.
I mean, the new book that they came out with this week, the which is basically that. It's the what's it called? The Bounty Hunters. Tales of the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, it's basically Mystery Box the book. And it's not terrible.
I
it's not
finished
the worst thing they've wrote, right?
I know. And I think I went over it pretty well that that there's about 4 stories that should have turned into novellas and then pitched the rest of it.
Any of those stories that would have been gone into novellas from Russ Zimmerman or from Brian?
No.
Okay. I mean, the first story I liked, even though it add too much flowery language, things like that. But that's me being an Englishman.
Like I said, if you expanded that to a novella, that would be fine, perfectly fine.
Well, then you're not going to like it when I start writing as the William Faulkner of BattleTech. You're not going to enjoy my novels then.
How many times are you going to use coiffed?
I don't know, but William Faulkner wrote a sentence that was 1,288 words per the first or second edition printing of Absalom, and I intend to smash that record for the longest sentence in science fiction.
So, the 4 stories that I thought were pretty well
Mhm.
Was the first story, like you said. I know you had some complaints about it, but
Mhm.
when we're talking about Battletech writing at the current era, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Okay, they did have a Mickey story, but it was from Jeanette Rand's perspective. That should have been a novella.
Mhm.
And then there was two characters who were from the Jihad era. They basically were Wabi hunters.
Mhm.
That would have been cool as a story, longer than it was. But it came from two different writers because they did two different characters. If you notice, that happened a lot in that book.
Mhm.
And then the last one should have been again another novella, which is basically they cleaned up the whole mess of the freaking bounty hunter in 3150. Which I don't know if anybody knows that story and if they read
Negative.
Dark Age novels.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It was a mess. I assume it was a mess from
Okay.
the sound.
Okay,
Well, despite the bounty
Mickey Frazier.
hunter being a free agent and whatnot, it always struck me that the bounty hunter Marauder 2 and the Cause Loki, which is actually a Loki Mark II, details, but it always struck me as weird that they were Dragon's Fury only units. That he wasn't a mercenary or a gunslinger. You could hire
I can explain
out.
that, and it
Okay.
gets really weird and creepy. Okay, so
Oh no.
the previous bounty hunter retires.
Okay.
His successor is murdered by this serial killer that he appeared in about 3 to 5 books. They built it up as him. He was in love with Katana Tormak. And
So he was like, I'm going to become obsessed with you, Katana Tormak, and I'm going to wear your makeup and your skin
did.
in your house on Dairon.
Yes.
Well, that's creepy.
So he was Sam Hyde, the Irish can.
Yeah, he basically it gets even more confusing because he was put up to it by his whatever he was, sponsor / lover, whatever. It went places.
Oh no,
So
my belly is getting shot at.
So they
no.
cleaned that
Pinkie
up
Pie.
and made it at least where there is now a new bounty hunter after that mess.
Ouch.
I mean,
it has begun.
to be fair though,
hit from an ERPPC.
To be fair though, if you look at some true crime documentaries and what involve love triangles or quad angles and stuff, okay, this isn't nearly reality can be sometimes.
Okay, give me a second. I'll give you I'll link the Sarna page to it.
Sorry, that Loki Dominator went at each other's throats there. Dear
the
Lord.
Arcus is just blowing up that poor Loki Mark II. That Loki Mark
It's got
II.
two large pulse lasers and 3 streak. It's got 2 large pulse lasers and 3 streak 4s, I think.
3 streak 4s. The Arcus is a very violent thing that people don't think about, which is a problem a lot of people have with these
the rare
types of
sensor
mechs.
hit and not dead. Oh, there we are.
I mean, there's a lot of mechs
the weird
out there
sensor hit and not dead. Oh.
Yeah, there's scroll at the bottom.
There's a lot of mechs out there that people don't think about because they either haven't been redesigned and put Clan Rec Guide, or PRO that it was introduced in hasn't been reprinted.
Or they're just simply in a plastic mini.
So, yeah.
And you're breaking up again, dude.
What is that?
I can kick my own Loki. I don't think I want to do that.
Okay, I just copied the page. Go to this section on Sarna for the bounty hunter. It goes places.
Jonathan Ure Kenori. That's the freak that was in love with Katana Cormac. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I have to finish reading the whole thing because I'm gonna read it, but It takes a while to
Yeah.
for me to be able to read.
I'm sorry,
especially
I
since
read
I've-
quickly.
Yeah.
No, in my case, it's the work has been weird. Let's say that I'm come back from one position to another, and I've got weird tickets that I need to open now. Unfortunately, I mean it's gonna end up like me and Crab that blow each other up, and then someone swooping in into one. But that's life.
Welcome to your average grinder tournament.
I do not like grinder tournaments. I will be.
Everyone
I'll
I've
go with
talked to
that.
hates those.
Immediately slapped each other with a lot of clan tech.
Ditto
and the
teammate,
predictable
you're at
happened.
it. I have
Nope.
lost.
Okay, I'm reading this here. Okay, so Mr. Kamimori
Yep.
was a cook. He was a cook,
That's a good
master
start.
hacker, like a computer hacker, and he was lethal with any weapon. Okay, so this guy is. Where's the story here? He's good at everything. So
Going through jump jets.
And he kills people just because he wants to. He's a serial killer.
Well, at least he's not a character in a '80s movie played by Steven Seagal. With what you were saying, I mean, that's the first thing I thought of, which is not a good thing, by the way.
I think I'm back now.
Yeah, you
Yes.
sound okay.
Sound better.
So,
Rural
I mean, that's
North
a problem with
Alabama
some of the
is a
characters.
trip.
It's a problem with some of the characters, not just CGL characters and BattleTech characters. They often go pretty. They often go pretty tropey, so weird things start happening.
well, he's the male version of a Mary Sue. Like,
but I mean, normally it's supposed to. When you have a Mary Sue like that, it should be a good guy, not a serial killer. That's the weird part for me.
Wait, a serial killer, serial killer Gary Stu? Hello,
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal has nothing on this guy.
I don't believe you, because he is like one of the. I mean, he's not, the worst thing is in the books he's not that terrible
The only
of a
Hannibal-
character, but he's
The only Hannibal book I've ever read was Hannibal Rising, and of course also saw the movie. And I don't know, man, how he was able to know how to like make things no demolitions and explosions and stuff. I don't know. He came across as very borderline Gary Stu.
He's from Eastern Europe, so
He does have that natural propensity for blowing things up. I can understand that then.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I mean, he's from Eastern Europe, and that whole thing there. So he is Gary Stu. There's no question about that.
Okay,
but
no, I was wrong here. He's kind of like a Far Cry evil villain, only without the quirks here. I mean, just
Far Cry evil villain? Okay, so he's right winger. Okay.
that's Far Cry 5. I'm thinking more like Far Cry 4. But
okay.
So, but oh my goodness, like BattleTech needs a Dan Abnett.
Yes,
they had him,
and
Well,
then
we
they fired him.
lost Blaine Lee Pardo. Yeah.
I mean, Blaine
Yeah.
Lee Pardo,
and they can't afford Stackpole to write everything again.
I mean,
Stackpole's
Pardo's
another decent one, I would say. So
yeah. but they're not on Dan Abnett's level. I mean, it's really hard.
Abnett writes so much, though. I mean, in a single year, he can pull out 3 novels. Pardo's able to do that, kinda, but I mean, it's 3 novels, but there's only one good one, you know?
But keep in mind, Dan Abnett has one thing behind him, that Stackpole and Pardo, and you know what, Bree and Zimmerman. Abnett's got one thing behind him that none of those guys do. Games Workshop motherfucking money.
Yes. Games Workshop can probably just back a truck to them.
So
And
that's
if
what the
you
overpriced models
had
went
Games
into.
Workshop money, you too would be bumping out 3 or 4 novels a year. Doesn't matter if they're bangers. Doesn't matter if only one of them's a banger. You got Games Workshop money behind you.
You can afford to print whatever
Well,
you
at least
feel
he
like.
earns his paycheck. I mean, Dan Abnett earns his keep. Probably the only person in Games Workshop that does.
I will say, in regards to GW
They're sculptors
writers,
for the G-Dubs people.
I'll say in regards to their writers, I was trying to grind through the Horus Heresy series, by the numbers, by the White Dwarf Guide, all that. I got to book 5, which is Fulgrim. And that was the first and only Warhammer novel where I ever went to one of the big Warhammer groups I was in and said, "Bro, I need help. I'm currently reading Fulgrim. This is such a slog. Please promise me it's worth it in the end." And they were like, "Oh, dude, you need to read it and get to the end. It picks up. It goes down." And I got to the end of Fulgrim and I said, "Oh, wow, dub. Oh, wow, it went down. Oh, that was worth the read." And that's a Graham McNeil novel, which they also said, yeah, that's Graham McNeil's style. He is pretty wordy and overly descriptive. You just got to deal with it because I promise you, Fulgrim is a novel. Expectations blown away.
Oh no, of course, when you've got G-Dub's money to hire people, you've got more of a chance. I'm pretty sure, I mean, one of the things, I think Abnett worked with the guy who did Discworld and Ishtar's Guide to the Galaxy at first, like as an editor and as a proofwriter. So you're talking about like really smart people. Oh, the everybody misses their kicks, but the Arcus decides to take a nap from it. Okay.
The Arcus had to be restrained somehow.
I mean, it is too strong.
Meltdown.
Oh, the Autotoco didn't blow up or shut down, though. That's a good start. There you go. Maybe double eat sinks would not have been a bad investment in that thing.
His mech foo wasn't strong enough.
Nobody's mech foo was very good this turn, unfortunately. Or fortunately, one of the two.
I think I'm just going to ignore that hell.
I mean, is he awake now?
Yep.
Okay, he woke up, just lost both of his arms. He's got a Streak SRM4 now. You know, it's a thing.
But I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. I get what you meant earlier, Etienne, about mystery boxes. That kind of goes into like the side blurbs and whatnot. Like, as far as using them as plot hooks for campaigns and role-playing campaigns and whatnot, I think they're kind of useful and kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
But I challenge CGL to write a source book where they have at least 2 pages that don't rely on side blurbs, because I get distracted. And I'll be like 2 paragraphs into the main page, and then I start reading a side blurb, and then I forget where I was at. I don't like that.
It's a problem they've been having since Shadowrun.
Since the Jihad.
No.
The Jihad books,
the Shadowrun books are all like that. Hello, Mr. Walker. Welcome into the Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the week. And, well, one person's coming in with clean mechs, and everybody else is like halfway blown up. This is going to be fun.
Scorpion,
I would see the problem inherent with 65 tonners. They don't have a lot of armor.
I mean, even a mech with full armor or almost full armor, like linebacker, he took a good turn of shooting, and he's hurting. I mean, he's almost lost an arm. Almost lost both arms. The L2 just in one turn lost both arms, and a good game.
Oh no, that's all of his weapons.
He's got a streak SRM4. Okay, he's gonna try hard with that.
What's on that Hell 2 Prime? That was 2 Gauss rifles and an SRM4.
Yep.
2 Gauss
Ouch.
rifles, 2 ER larges.
Oh, you lost all your firepower, man. That sucks.
That's life.
That's life.
But it's life. That's what playing BattleTech's all about.
That's what playing BattleTech's all about.
See, that's what
Carnage,
happens when you
people.
don't have good armor.
Absolutely.
You
Carnage.
walk on with full armor. Gauss rifle to the face.
I mean, it's 182 armor, so it's probably one with the least armor of our lot here, even though it was upgraded from the original Hellbringer.
I have 128 on my Hellbringer.
Yes, that is, as I normally say, Phoenix Hawk armor.
Hey, who's that guy you have on your server who does the AI generated music and whatnot about kit bashing and stuff like that? We got to get him to do a Six World. We need to reach out to him and get him to do a Frank Sinatra cover of That's Life, but we'll call it That's BattleTech. I think I was onto something there with that.
I just skid and hit the wall.
Guys,
Up against the wall.
Could you indulge me for just a moment here? I want to try something I haven't done since my days in Clicky Tech. And
oh Lord,
it's probably going to be pretty quick. So,
what are you going to do?
It's the weekend, fellow clanners, and you know what that means. It's trials time. That's right. I am Trueborn Duncan Fisher here. I am leaner and meaner and born in a steamer. That's right. From George Ledoux back here straight to your screen.
Love
anyway,
do we risk it? Risk it.
Oh, see if you had narrated the Solaris DLC for MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, I would have bought it, but they had to get George Ledoux, and I didn't buy it because I'm not giving my money to George Ledoux. Of course, if I bought it now, he'd probably only get pennies, but it's the principle of the matter. I don't want to support George Ledoux.
It's probably the worst of the DLCs, even worse than the Hatchet Man DLC. I don't want to be mean. No, I want to be mean. It's really not a fun DLC to play. The arena combat is boring. The new stuff that they added is not very good. So, honestly, not impressed by that particular. It's really the only DLC I didn't like, or even base. Well, no, the base game Warrior 5 wasn't that great, but you know. If one day we can actually have all the mechs we have here in actual MechWarrior 5 or anything like that, that would be awesome. But I doubt the Fire Scorpion will ever make the cut of we want to add a mech.
Yeah, there seems to be a distinctive lack of quads in the MechWarrior games.
Yes.
A Scorpion campaign would have to be its own thing. Start it at Reaving, and then the whole campaign is building the Scorpion Empire.
That would actually
be sick.
And then occasionally getting sidetracked. So, ooh, there might be some SLDF goodies over there. Let me go see.
Hey, wait. There was a quad in one of the MechWarrior games.
Really?
Yep.
The Tarantula.
Yep. MechWarrior 2.
Oh, no.
MechWarrior 2. You couldn't pilot it. It was only available as a...
You could pilot as a code.
Yeah, you had to put in a code to be able to pilot it. But, you know.
I don't know how to do any of that. You're not making a definitive argument for... You're not making a counter argument
No, it was like... It was old school code. It was like... There was a screen that you typed in like a word and it popped up.
It's like doing the Konami code, but...
My case still stands.
Yeah, it's not... I thought you had the Goliath in MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries, but I'm definitely wrong about that.
No.
So, Yeah, there you go. Were there any quads in Mech Commander? Don't think
No.
so either.
No.
So think about it. Like, come on, Piranha Games. We want quads. We need quads. That would be very weird, and I'd probably love it. You know.
One thing they could do is create the Clan Blood Spirit DLC. That's pretty much a VR game. It's Escape from Hot Topic.
Oof.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, the Clan.
Say that again, but slower.
The Clan Blood Spirit DLC is a VR game that takes place in a Hot Topic.
Which one? A mid-aughts Hot Topic or a modern Hot Topic? Because those are two completely different stores.
We're talking an old school Hot Topic.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't know, man. I surprised my wife a couple of months ago. I surprised her with a Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt because she really likes Sabrina. She was like, "Oh my God, Tanky, where'd you get this from?" I was like, "Hot Topic." Don't worry. I bought myself a badass t-shirt as well.
And you had that Taylor Swift t-shirt, I suppose?
I don't think they sell Taylor at Hot Topic. They sell Olivia, Sabrina, Sexy Red, and Ice Spice at Hot Topic.
Guys?
And they actually sell Sexy Red and Ice Spice on the men's side as well, which is strange.
Guys?
Yeah?
We have 2 censor its in one game.
Very rare.
What is going on?
What even does a censor hit do? I usually just get my head blown off, or my cockpit gets
three
cored.
to hit,
+1 to shoot.
no,
Plus
it's bigger
3
than
to
plus.
shoot?
Something like that, yeah. Plus 2.
Oh, my Malleus also lost a front leg. That is a bigger
He also
issue.
blacked out.
Oh, I would expect
At the
losing
bottom.
a leg. And Arcus doing a decent amount of damage once again because it's a very good 65-tonner. It is one of the top ones in that list there. Hey, the Aotoko took a shot from an Ultra C10. The Dominator, I mean, even with bad sensors, is able to hit stuff, so that's good. Oh yeah, I am rolling terrible today. Well, the game's rolling terrible. It's not me. I'm not the issue here. It's the game.
OmniMech is a harsh mistress.
Blame the game.
Club Crush. Let's see. Retractable blade. 91.6% chance to hit.
Oh, the Karhu's got melee weapons because it's
It does
a bear
have a
mech.
claw built in.
It's a retractable blade.
Oh, very nice.
Survey says a good whacking.
Took all the armor, 8 damage. That feels really underwhelming. With direct blow.
Yeah, but because you deal a punch +1 damage with a retractable blade, but you have a chance of a crit every time. That's the advantage. Well, the Aotoko is in very bad shape as well. Everybody's on the floor except for my L, who doesn't have any guns.
He has a streak 4. He's fine.
He's fine. He's fine.
Hey, what's our pilot and gunnery in this game, by the way? Are we
3-4
all the
for
same?
everybody.
Across the board.
We're 3-4 across the board?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're at least semi-competent veteran pilots.
Yeah. It's a trial position, let's put it that way. Against other people.
It's one of those weird trial of grievances where everybody got pissed and
everyone started yelling at each other who leaks the new documents on the clan chatter web, and C-Fox is just in the background chuckling.
Battle Lightning got the new plans for a new mech that just came out once again. Come on, guys. Come on.
In the real world, how many War Thunder leaks have we had this year?
I don't want to count those anymore. It just keeps going up and up. There was a
Thunder League.
Days since the last.
Where's the screenshot I have of the reason why I have there's a new rule in a Discord? It's like, do not share any classified documents.
I found an
Because I will
article
be
once
required to
where
report it.
I found an article once where it was like or maybe it was a YouTube video where they were talking about all the War Thunder, like not necessarily the information contained therein, mind you, but more or less like what the leak was, like what vehicle it was about, what system it was about. And one of them was so stupid. It was Bangladesh still uses the T-55.
Yeah.
Bangladesh
Sounds about right.
Still.
Bangladesh still considers the T-55 a frontline main battle tank. Okay,
Well,
fine,
so-
whatever.
Well,
But
yeah, but so does Vietnam, but they upgraded it.
Something about the laser fire control system on the Bangladeshi T-55s got leaked, and that counted as a War Thunder leak. And I'm like, I literally don't care about laser rangefinders on Bangladeshi T-55s. They're going to die before they even get to turn the laser rangefinder on. What NATO and Russian stuff has been leaked is what I want to know.
Like,
Challenger
doesn't Vietnam
2?
still use doesn't Vietnam still use M48s?
Who uses M48s?
Isn't it Vietnam?
Probably.
They might have had a few that we left behind, but have gone the wayside because it's easier for them to get Chinese T-62 derivatives.
No, because they have 48s in the 60s because didn't they come up in the recent conflict? Was it Vietnam?
Well, yeah, back in the 60s and 70s, I mean,
No, I mean like recently. And it's like the year is 2025 and there is M48s fighting T-55s in South America again.
There was a Panzer IV in Ukraine conflict. Christ's sake.
Yeah.
When was there a Panzer IV in Ukraine? This flew over my head, over my radar.
Someone found a blown up one that was refurbished, pulled out of a museum, and got blasted by a drone.
Counts.
Wow. But I mean,
You know
we
what
just learned that the Mexican army still runs M8 Greyhounds. So you know.
Yeah. The Mexican army has a lot of things that they shouldn't, but
Okay, but to be fair about the M8 Greyhound though, you're still an armored 6-wheel car.
Mhm.
You still have a 37mm gun that can fire smoke and gas canisters. You still have machine gun mounts. For urban pacification, it's technically
Perfectly
still
functional.
viable.
I would change the engine and the transmission on them to something modern, but it's still a very viable vehicle. Yes, you are right.
A Cummins diesel with an Allison transmission. It's the only way I'd rip it right out of a Kenworth. It's the only way I know, boy.
Well, like
I forgot
Venezuela. Yeah, Venezuela still has Hellcats on in reserves.
Okay, not me trying to get back into the military so that when we go to Venezuela, I can sneak an M18 out of Venezuela somehow.
No, I don't want that. A bunch of the old German half-tracks are still in use down there.
EMS
Well,
and
but
AMS.
those-
A bunch of those, bring them up to a museum.
Well, to be fair, the 251 saw continued production after the war because it was a
And it's
really
a-
good vehicle.
I mean, that's the thing with, modern vehicles. We think about modern vehicles, but like, okay, I wouldn't take a Sherman to a modern fight.
There goes the Loki 2.
Loki 2's gone. Hey, he managed to get a head it on your linebacker with his Streak SRM4 before going, okay? He tried.
Oh,
No,
and there goes
but-
the Hyoko.
But
the Otoko blew up as well.
if
Oh.
oh god, what is it? Yeah. If it's a Sherman with the 105 howitzer, that's still a 105mm high explosive shell that we can
The
lob at
problem's the
people.
engine
would
in
be
it.
viable.
You'd have to change the engine and transmission to something modern so it could
The
actually run for
Israelis
longer.
put Cats or Allisons
Oh, I lost an
diesels
Artemis
in
4.
theirs, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean,
really
there-
a lot
there's
of things because they had to, not because they wanted to.
yeah, Loki 2 decided to take a nap. The large pulse lasers have started coming from that Rifleman 2C. Now nasty things will happen all over the place. Ooh, the Otoko is very pilot blacked out.
down.
Okay,
It's
he's
still
not dead yet.
technically alive. It just ammo exploded.
And I mean, I already shot all those ammos because it's not like it has a whole lot of it.
There was one left. Look at the damage. There was one shot left. That's all that went off.
Guy falls over. Is in a bad shape. Hey, I've lost a mech. I've lost the L. Rip.
Mega Mech and a tumultuous marriage have one thing in common. A wall of text indicates something interesting is happening.
Big red numbers.
That is true, but sad. I'm trying to think here. Who has a bonus to their role? Who has a command mech? Armor as a command mech, but I'm not sure which one it is.
Someone's got quirks.
Or it's just the regular. I think it's just the that you lost the initiative so much that you're getting bonuses. That is what I think is going on, actually.
That's so sad.
Make a big pity.
You're doing so bad. I mean, they're doing so badly. The game feels sorry for them.
Mr. Walker is saying that the Swedes still build German aft tracks until a few years ago. That is quite possible. I mean, change the engine into 251, and it's a perfectly decent aft track that you're going to be able to use to bring infantry around. I mean, it's got a little machine gun. It's got decent armor. It's fast enough. And with a good engine, it's not going to have a range of, 16 meters, something like that.
Well, and the Swedes don't really... Fight. A lot of those tanks, like the Swedish tanks, matter of fact, I would argue the Israeli tanks, they're not built with driving range in mind, because Sweden, Norway, Finland, they're only really defending their territory.
Mm-hmm.
And the Israelis really only need to just go down the road. We're not going any further than that. They either need to go to the Golan Heights or they need to go to the Suez. You don't need very long range when you're driving like that. So, I mean...
When you have to defend the island of Montreal, that's about it, right?
Yeah, and so, like, when driving range and, matter of fact, strategic air mobility isn't even a consideration, because with us, we have to be able to put the tank in a C-17, or two of them in a C-5. Israelis don't have that problem. So they can build big, fat, heavily armored bricks that don't go very far on a tank of gas. But, by God, I mean, the Merkava is a kick-ass tank. I don't give a crap, man.
And the Swedes, it needs to be able to hide in a forest, drive in mud, and be super fast on their freeways. That's really all they got to do.
Hello, Leopard 2.
All they do is shoot and scoot.
Did they actually remove the rules for the null signature system?
Well, from our friends at Sarna, yes, because Sarna doesn't like fun, so they remove as much.
I was looking through Mega Mech Lab and I wasn't seeing it.
Oh, that is a bit weirder, I would say.
I have it on
set your tech level.
Yeah, it's on unofficial.
Set your year.
It's one of the weird ones because null sig is all over the place.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to ask Alkite because he abuses those things as usual.
He knows everything about that.
And yeah, that's what happens when you cheat. You cheater. But no, I understand using older vehicles, if you refurbish them and upgrade them to something reasonable, sure.
There it is.
And the weird funny thing about Battletech is that, like, to our modern sensibilities, we laugh at the Bangladeshi army for still running upgraded T-55s when that thing kind of went out of style in like 1965, but they still kept producing them and running them. So it's kind of weird for our modern sensibilities. But then, like with BattleTech, there's mechs that have been in production for 500 years.
Warhammer.
Hello,
Yes.
Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt's
Zeus.
been
Hello,
around.
Valkyrie, Thunderbolt. I mean, basically
Valkyrie's
all the
not-
30.
Valkyrie's
After all
not
the
that
fire
old.
at
Valkyrie
Orange,
is
that valley
early first succession war. Surprisingly.
Even then,
I mean, okay, here's the fun thing about the Loki. We just got into the fight, right? We just started shooting at each other with that Loki. And the armor on the right torso is already gone.
Yeah.
From an LRM 20 and a half.
Jesus.
Well, that
Okay.
Otoko's not getting back up with an upper leg and a gyro. That Balius is not getting back up with. Oh no, it's dead. Okay,
Dead.
good. Fuck you, Balius.
Just put it out of its misery.
I wasn't
Okay,
the one who got the kill on it.
So I worked on my stealth.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Plasma cannon, an SRM-4 with Infernos, and 3 heavy machine gun arrays.
Okay,
With how
Capella.
many machine guns per arrays?
3. 3.
Why do you want to kill infantry so much?
Okay, Capella.
They know what they did.
I'm using it as basically the precursor to the Scarecrow.
Ah.
I ran a stealth not too long ago at one of Stefan Amaris's game days. And despite the fact that it only has basic medium, I ran the cheap one, but it's still a 7, 11, 14, 7 mover.
Yeah, it
And
goes places.
I was like, yo, if it weren't for the fact that how that
I
game
screwed up.
ended up going,
Please,
i.e. we were heavily
I didn't go over the
outnumbered, I would
I
have
didn't go over the
loved
movement.
that stealth.
I brought the speed down a little bit,
Okay.
left the mask in it, took it down to 5 jump jets, but gave it a partial wing.
So you're still 7 jumps. It's very reasonable. I mean,
Yep.
the stealth, I just wrote the stealth presentation this morning in between calls and tickets and bullshit. And yeah, it is a very odd thing. It should have a Guardian ECM and not a Beagle probe. So it's basically a super massive scout. That's what it really is. It's a super scout.
It's either a super big scout or it's a super big scout hunter. I had fun with it. Like, it's one of the few times where I've gotten mask to work. And so, like, I'm either jumping over hills at 7. No, first turn, I ran for the full 14, did some shooting. Next turn, spent 7 jump to get back behind the hill to not be retaliated against. It really felt like I was playing BattleTech on Armored Core mode, to be honest with you. I said, wow, I can't believe this is a stock mech.
That the Wraith
I'm
kind of has the same kind of feel to it, I would say.
Yeah.
They're really the stealth is another one of those TRO 3055 mechs that people kind of forgot. I mean, I did the Itman. Yeah, I wrote up the Itman yesterday. I've got 3 ready to be primed. I had to oversize them because the mech is tiny and spindly AF. So I had to oversize them 25%. They're still small.
Ooh. You know, I hear people talking about forgotten mechs out of that TRO, talking about, oh, Hitman this, oh, Stealth that, oh, Battlehawk that. I want to talk about a real forgotten mech from that TRO. The Huron Warrior.
If I ever get a good model for it, I will talk about it. Because it is actually a
The only reason I don't bring up the Huron Warrior is it got front and
it got what?
Highlander Gap Gambit.
Yeah, true. It was on the cover of a book, which is
really
because McLeod got one as a gift from Sun Tzu. And he gave away his Gallo glass to do it, and that's why I'm always pissed about the Gallo glass.
See, I wouldn't downgrade from a Gallo glass to a Huron Warrior, but I do have a Dark Age scale. Who made it? Was it Orko One or Elfbait? I do have a Dark Age scale Huron Warrior that I've never painted. How soon do you want to do a Huron Warrior presentation?
Sometime. Honestly, I have to find a good model of it so I can probably I'll need
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
I'll
the
get
problem.
you as many. I'll get you so many pictures of it. I'll tell you what. I'll dig it out when I get back to the house, and I will move it to the top of the queue, and see what we can do with it. What's been holding me back on painting it all these years, though, is it's got that headdress. So I'm like, yo, I really want to do like a headdress motif on it.
That's a lot of work. That's the thing.
Yes.
Doing it with like a headdress motif and then like painting it to where it looks like it's covered in all the beads and accoutrements that the Native Americans would have had would be crazy. But it would look incredibly cool.
Okay.
Yeah, like
3 turns of
that,
shooting
like
on
turquoise.
3 turns of shooting with 2 LRM-20s
with,
on the Loki.
Like a color shift green or something.
The ARP PCs are gone. The targeting computers are falling apart. Yeah, that sounds about right.
What'd you say about painting the Huron Warrior there, homie?
I was saying do the thing in like a turquoise or in the jade, and then choosing like a color shift for the beads.
I do have the GW. I don't have color shifts, mostly because I don't really fiddle with that painting style. Although I'm sure the purples would look good on my Halo Fleet Battles Covenant ships one day. But I do have the GW. The ones they put out to do like the gems and lenses, the soul stones and this, that. I do have all of those colors, so I could do something with that.
2 ERPPCs needing 5s to it missing. Ugh. That is
Gone ahead and post that on r/mildly infuriating.
Yep, I'm gonna call this stealth the creeper.
The creeper.
Do the creep. Do the creep.
No, it can't be a creeper because it doesn't blow up. It would need a booby trap in it.
No, I'm going with the. They were just fans of, because it, like I said, I was making it the precursor to the Scarecrow. I was going to be like they were fans of old movies, and I was like, oh, they were fans of B-size horror movie called Jeepers Creepers.
The Arcus is really a thing to worry about that people don't think about as much as they should. ER large lasers, medium pulse lasers, hitting, and then a whole bunch of streak SRM4. If this Cauldron-born was a vehicle, it would be currently immobile due to motive hits.
Oh, yeah. And to be fair, I think the Arcas is Ghost Bear and Rasselhog restricted.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
The bears make them.
Yeah. And when I saw it the first time, I thought it was a battle armor, actually. I was like,
the Arcus?
Cool looking. Yeah, the Arcus. I was like, oh, that's a cool looking battle armor. Oh, it's a mech. And it's the opposite with the Tin Star battle armor for the Frank Reach. I was like, that's a really cool looking battle mech. Oh, it's a battle armor.
Unless you're one of the 50 unless you're one of the 150 Ghost Bear players out there, which they're a pretty popular clan as far as clan choices go, you probably don't know about the Arcas.
It is a very strong.
Hey, I have an Iron Winds medal of it.
Ooh,
I have painted one of those, and that is when I first saw it and didn't put 2 and 2 together as to what it was. I was like, "What assault mech is this? That's a big mini, dude."
Yeah, it is.
It's a big fat thing.
The original ones, the original run actually had a lot of issues with, I think, the belly developing air bubble.
Bonk, bonk.
If you put an Arcus miniature in a sock and swing it around, it is classified as assault with a deadly weapon. That is a big, heavy mini.
Just like the old box knots that were made out of metal. And the guy that I bought mine from decided to put a huge ass rock underneath to base it. And when I say huge, it's like the rock was as big as the Dreadnought.
No, Tanky, I have a an Ares for that.
Word of warning.
Oh, yeah.
I get about 15.
Well, that was
minutes.
the Ares comes with a warning
rocks.
label. It's actually classified as a weapon by the state of New York, Illinois, and California.
There was a very nasty kick and a stab, and there's a conga line going on here. But it's all the Ghost Bear mechs that are in conga, so it's fine, I guess.
I mean, to put the size of the Arcas into perspective, I think it's only slightly smaller than the Ironwind Metals Yuhuang miniature, which is a Capellan, like, 95 ton assault mech.
95 ton Yuang.
Yeah, the Yuang is 95 tons, and the 65 ton Arcas mini is only slightly smaller than the Yuhuang.
I was gonna say it was about the size of some of the older Atlas models.
I think it might be bigger.
Yeah.
The old steam tank from Warhammer Fantasy, I remember that it was all metal as well. That was probably
that
one
is
melt
actually
that thing
banned
nowadays
from,
and you'd make money.
That one is actually banned in Europe as some sort of weapons violation, the Warhammer Fantasy steam tank.
We won't talk about what's the name of that dropship plane that they have for the Space Marines? Thunderhawk, the Thunderhawk.
Oh, the Thunderhawk.
There is a metal Thunderhawk that exists.
One of it was like, I think they only made like 2,000 of them.
Yes.
You had to do something real special to get it. And as much as I hate to give this man any credit, Squidmar got his hands on one in the box. That thing came in a wooden box, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
what else would survive its shipping?
But I mean,
it came in a wooden box, and I think the parts were all individually separated out in velvet-lined compartments. Like, that was back when GW really not only cared about their product, but also cared about their customers. Like, we want you to know this is a premium product you have your hands on right here.
I mean, that's what a lot of people should do.
Hey,
I mean,
did anybody realize
used to be something fancy?
CGL spent money on a C-level Atlas?
An ugly C-grade Atlas.
I am getting it, but you all know exactly why I am getting the Gothic Atlas in C-scale. I have an opportunity to do something incredibly silly, and I'm going to do something incredibly silly.
You want to know something very, very nasty and terrible?
What's that?
My almost destroyed, like my crossbow was in a bad shape, okay? And it started fighting that Loki, and I might actually win if I'm lucky.
I mean, 2 LRM-20s at point blank range is still 20 damage.
No, those are gone. I'll have to play Kicky Poo now. But you know,
the only bad thing about the crossbow, if it loses its arms, it's done.
Well, I think all I fired was the machine guns because I'm so overheated. It's like 3% on everything to hit.
It's crazy how the Hellbringer is not a good mech, people. It is.
It really isn't.
It is not a good mech. We were saying that it's like you're one step away from getting an Hunchback 2C if you're in a Hellbringer.
Yeah, so kicking a Hellbringer... Oh no, my crossbow's lost its arms. I'm reduced to kicking. I'm kicking a Hellbringer? Oh, well that's not so bad. I'm still a 65-tonner kicking a Hellbringer.
Well, I didn't hear no bell.
I may as well be kicking a Phoenix Hawk or something.
The Cauldron-born is lost its LB5X. Well, lost its arm, so that's a little bit troubling.
The Hellbringer is never supposed to be within 5 hexes of anything.
No.
The Hellbringer shouldn't be on the battlefield. I mean, as an E-War mech, just like the It Man, it works, but you shouldn't be fighting with it. LB5X with cluster rounds. Okay, failed to do a crit. That could have been really nasty. A hip crit on the Arcus. That might turn things around. The gyro hit.
The Fire Scorpion got it.
The Fire Scorpion's the winner.
ATN,
Fire Scorpion double tap to the shotgun blast.
Oh no.
God,
Did
four
Did
large
they
pulse
say anything
lasers is
stupid yesterday?
Are
did
you
nobody
worried
care?
about
False
getting a
lasers is-
copyright strike on the Hitman video, by the way?
Oh no, the culture board got hit. Oh no, the culture board died too.
This is turning into a one hell of a fight. I mean, an Ultra C10, I mean, that's 20 damage. And the LB10X, once the 20 damage go through, the cluster shots are going to go all over the place and start causing a whole lot of issues. So, I mean,
There's
it's
things in there that don't react well to bullets, Ryan.
I'm allergic to copper.
Wait, for
Ooh,
real?
ooh. No, I am not. I don't know if anybody
There are
is.
people.
I'm allergic to silver and allergic to stuff like that. My wife is. She can't
We found
wear
the were.
anything silver.
Oh God, you're a French werewolf.
My wife's from the U.S., man. She's not Canadian.
So she was the
Oh, I thought
American werewolf in London or in Paris, whichever version
Yeah,
of that movie
something
they
like
made.
that.
Wait, so if she eats colloidal silver supplements, she's liable to get anaphylaxis.
I don't know how bad it would be. If she wears any like sterling silver jewelry and stuff like that, it
Yeah.
basically goes very, very wrong.
Lose your foot.
Okay,
Then let's
Dick
not. Then
on
let's not
Loki
test colloidal
Prime.
silver.
okay. What were you on the floor?
Yes, I'm on the floor. I
Okay,
can't
so
do
I
nothing with that guy.
So I kicked you, and it went all the way to the like deep into your right torso by kicking your arm off. What?
You stepped on his hand.
Crossbow, what are you doing?
Winning.
Yeah, there you go, winning. Karhu's getting kicked. Fire Scorpion is kicking all over the place because that's the wonderful thing with a quad. Karu decided to take a nap.
That crossbow, I let you shoot off my arm, so it's a fair fight.
Nope.
Loki feels that.
Jeez. Oh, did we have a
65%.
Oh, we had a thing.
Yeah, I think it's a turn-based thing. Anyways, you needed to go, Crab, normally at around this time, so
Yeah,
not a bad
so
thing.
just as
So
well.
Crab has the highest BV left percentage remaining.
You might have started with more than us.
Nope,
we were
he
all
started
No,
with
I
about.
was in the middle. You started with less. Armor started with the most, and I was in the middle.
Okay. I mean, armor. I mean, it's your Loki. That's the problem. The Loki's like 3,900 points in that list, and it
Ouch.
got like massacred. So it's worth like 2,000 now.
But
That's
you
what
can't
caused
Most
you
use
to lose the
expensive
most.
Fire
mech is
Scorpion
also
was
the
worth
most
it.
fragile mech.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the most expensive was the Dominator. Actually, the Dominator's worth more because the Dominator's got a supercharger and jump jets. So that thing is worth like 3,953 or something like that. And right underneath is the Loki, and then it went down slowly. The speed is the big thing with all
The
of those mechs.
Hellbringer. The Hellbringer is one of those mechs that I see what it can do, and I like what it can do, and so the battle value is worth it for what it can do. It's just what you get for all that battle value is not good. Not good.
I would have traded some
Random
of
number
those
generation
guns.
to it, it goes bad.
I mean, I would have traded some of those guns for armor, or the A-pods for armor. I think that's what they did in MechWarrior 5, the video game.
Mm-hmm.
The Hellbringer has a little bit more armor because it doesn't have the A-pod.
I seem
Which
to
is
recall
good.
that I seem to recall that the Society variant of the Hellbringer adds modular armor, but the problem with modular I was about to say the problem with modular armor is I'm bringing a Loki because it moves 5'8". It's a fast heavy. But now I have modular armor. Now I'm a 4'6" heavy. And I don't get the advantage of other Clan 4'6" heavies, which, as I said at the beginning, is A lot of armor, a lot of gun.
Well, in that case, if it's society, you're
Yeah.
probably running a CWIS on it on top of, so you don't mind that you actually rebuilt a clan Warhammer with ERPPCs if it's connected to a C3 network.
A nasty C3 network, an almost unjammable C3 network, I seem to recall.
Yeah, it's difficult.
As
You
I
need
said,
Angel
no,
ECM to do that, I think.
he went 7-11 on a 65 tonner. Okay, no, it's impossible. Okay, I thought there would be a way, but the 7-11 XXL it leaves you a 0.5 tons. So it wouldn't
Before you
fit.
put anything else on it.
Yeah.
You're an even worse charger. Because you can only get an ER small laser. You're an even worse charger.
And you
Or
don't
a
have
light
10
tag,
tons
and
of
now
armor.
you're an even
You don't have 10
worse
tons of armor.
So you're a worse Scout 2C. You have a light tag, but no, just
nothing.
no.
I mean, if you small cockpit and you endo steel, you've got 4.5 tons on an XL. Oh, I can't stick an XL gyro on because I'm clan.
Clan tech.
Mixed tech, XL gyro. Not enough space in the center torso. Oh, because the engine is a large engine. It's not because it's oversized because it's an XX. It's over 400. Yeah. Okay, my idea of doing a 7-11 65 tonner doesn't work. Sorry, guys.
You just can't do it, man. It sucks.
You can do it on an 85 tonner. You can make an 85 tonner go 5.8. You can make. I made that Warhammer that goes 6.9. I mean, you can do stupid stuff. It's BattleTech, so.
But there's just some stupid stuff that
is too stupid.
The program said, look, I'm gonna let you go 6.9 as an 85 tonner. I'm not gonna let you go 7-11 as a 65 tonner.
But I mean, you can stick a mask and a supercharger on a 65 tonner that goes 6.9, and it'll be silly. And you'll have a BV.
Isn't that the Dominator?
That's basically the Dominator. And I mean, the Dominator is not a bad mech. It just is so overpriced. It's
well, what's it doing in this arena right now? Is it dominating?
Not really, because it got a sensor hit early on. But I mean, it's got decent armor, 201 out of 211. I mean, it's 5.8, 10.5 with a supercharger, so it's fast. And it's got a targeting computer for an ERPPC, an ER large, and an ER small, plus a Streak SRM6, and a Battle Fist, and reinforced legs. So, I mean, it's meant to get into people's face and punch them and kick them and dead from above them. So,
yeah.
It is a very nasty thing. The Mark II has 2 ER large, an ER medium, and an LRM-20 with an Artemis 5 guidance on the LRM-20. So, I mean...
And the targeting computer.
And a targeting computer. So all your weapons hit at -1 to begin with. But I mean, it is a good mech, but at base BV of 3,000 on a 4.5 pilot, yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be running a whole lot of them unless it's a, story event. But that's all the mechs.
How about that $22 million C-bill price?
I mean, it's a clan mech. That's not an Omni. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the supercharger. The superchargers are stupidly expensive in terms of C-bill cost. And I mean, it's because C-bill cost makes no sense to begin with. So,
what does make sense anymore?
Not enough.
Maybe you just kind of assume that you're doing something you shouldn't and must be punished for it.
And there you go.
This is why mechs like the stealth, the gladiator, And the Shadowcat are so stupidly expensive because they have jump jets and mask, but
Mhm.
battle value calculates it as though both systems are running at the same time. And as we all know, you can't run and jump at the same well, improve jump jets, but you can't get that mask movement with jump jets going at the same time.
Yeah.
So the Shadowcat, which shouldn't be as expensive as it is for what it is, gets taxed by being a 6 mover.
I mean, look at the Stormwolf, 2,788 battle value for a 50-ton mech.
There's
For the
also the
basic.
fact that you're not going to be using mask every turn. You can't.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Ideally, you're going to mask one turn to get up in the middle, disgorge your elementals, secure the objective. Next turn, you're going to jump jet behind a building, hill, what have you. Next turn, you're going to mask to the other side of the map. Like, you're going to be doing it every other
Well,
turn.
if you have a mask and a supercharger, you can pretty much go at your mid speed every turn, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Stormwolf is that supercharger, mask, jump jet, reflective armor.
Good
You want a
Lord,
mech
that man's going to bankrupt the military industrial complex.
I mean,
Until his leg breaks
That can't happen.
and then he falls over.
They'll just print more money.
look, the Stormwolf Bravo is 3,286 BV for an ERPPC, a laser AMS, 2 ER medium laser, and a plasma cannon on a 50-ton mech.
For a mech that really doesn't do damage.
I mean, you're fast enough to be a fast sniper, but that's about it.
But now you're competing
You've got
with
2
other
arms
fast
with
snipers.
fists. You've got arms with fists, so you could go into melee. Oh wait, no, you've got reflective armor on.
So that you don't get into melee.
Don't get
Dude.
into melee.
Dude, at 50 tons, that thing is competing with the Ice Ferret Prime as a fast sniper. It is competing
Yes.
with Dashers as a fast... I would rather have a Dasher with a single ER large laser as a fast sniper over that thing.
I mean, it does go 6'9", 15'6".
I can at least afford to bring the point of elementals that the Dasher with the single ER large laser is carrying with it.
Yes. I mean, there are many silly things that were done during Dark Age and during the Battle of Terra. If you look at all the mechs the Wolves brought to the Battle of Terra, they are just stupidly expensive and very weird.
Hey,
40 million.
you said Dark Age. Hey, guess what? For the price of that one Stormwolf in Dark Age, how many industrial mech mods with a chainsaw and an LAC-5 can I bring to the table?
Quite a few, and it
Probably
would
a company, I would argue.
Oh yeah, they also already had the Pack Hunter. So
Yeah,
they had
Pack
these
Hunter.
incredibly expensive fast snipers when they already also had a much cheaper fast sniper. You want an
Listen.
ERPPC 2 ER medium lasers? You have it. They make them.
Look, you can say what you want about them society fellers, but when they made their mechs, they did it right. They said, hey, we need a light scout, we need a medium skirmisher brawler, and we need a heavy support brawler. And what did they get? They got the Cephalosi, the Septicema, and the Osteon. And then any society refits they did it to fill a hole.
And then
Yeah.
they said
Like the
Turkina
Turkina Zulu. What hole does that thing fill?
All of
Death.
them.
Kill anything that moves is the hole it fills.
What hole does it fill? What a coincidence! That's exactly what its role is.
It doesn't necessarily
it fill all of them. Like,
not necessarily fill a hole so much as make a hole.
yeah. I mean,
It can even make a hole in drop ships if you think about it.
I can't aid the Amarok because it is a silly thing with Ardent Armor. But the problem I have with Ardent Armor is a lot of the mechs that are official using Ardent Armor still have, like, this one has 164 out of 307. So it's
you need to be
not
taking
that
the
much
mechs.
more than a regular 100-tonner would have once you
Yeah.
start thinking about it. The only
Hey,
thing is,
Chuckle.
the only thing that it has is that you can't get ed cap by an AC-20. That's the biggest advantage you have for putting hardened armor on those things. A max armor hardened armor mech. Now that's something to talk about.
Which makes it truly a brawler, because it can brawl with king crabs and their 2 AC-20s, and it can take an AC-20 shot to the head and come up Randy Marsh. I didn't hear no bell. And by the way, that's its first pilot hit, so the pilot is still good.
I mean, you're still bringing you can go up to 7 with your supercharger, but you bring a capacitor powered ERPPC, a rotary AC-5, 2 streak 6, and a large pulse laser. It might not be the biggest armed 100-tonner out there, but it can outshoot quite a few things.
Plus, you look like the Russian mech from Pacific Rim, Cherno Alpha. You look Alpha.
And you got 2 battle fists that you can use every turn because all your weapons are in the torso.
Man, not even the Hammerhead has max hardened armor, and it should. Like,
I mean,
the Hammerhead wants to get in and start swinging too.
Mm-hmm.
You also have 2 battle fists. You also have the legs.
The Amarok is basically the giant version of the Hammerhead. So,
and there was a lawsuit over in the lore. The Sea Foxes tried to sue the Wolves because the Amarok they believed it to be a direct copy of the Hammerhead.
People suing each other.
I mean,
over mechs.
The fluff is fun. The fluff is fun. But I will say, I am a proponent of a hardened armor mech going, okay, how many points of armor would this thing have with standard or ferrofibrous armor? And then running just enough hardened armor that, like, say you had 20 points of armor on your left torso. Run 10 points of hardened armor. You still got 20 points of armor. You technically save tonnage, but it's hardened armor.
I don't think you save tonnage, though.
The Ursa
actually mapped this theory out.
URA2C, which is a 65-ton clan version of the Ursa, which is a Tara-Haste mech. Sorry, not a Defiance mech. It could have fit in our little tournament there, a little fight there, because it is clan tech from the get-go, but it's not a clan mech itself. Decent amount of armor on a quad, an ERPPC, 4 ER med pulse laser because someone is stupid, and a rotary AC-2. I don't like ER med pulse lasers. Regular clan med pulse lasers do the job just fine. I don't need an extra inch of range on them.
And you put a rotary autocannon 2 on it. And I don't like calling it a rotary autocannon 2. I prefer to call it an extended range SRM.
True. It's the rotary AC-2 is a good weapon. It's the only AC-2 that I think is worded. Now that it can have caseless ammo, you'll be able to press the button down and just keep shooting the entire game. That'll be wonderful. And a Clan ERPPC is nothing to sneeze at on a 65-tonner, and 4 medium pulse lasers is nothing to sneeze at either on a quad. That's what the Balius has, basically, but those all point forward, while the Balius is 2 pointing forward, and then it farts lightnings with the other 2 in the back. So, you know.
So, hey, who won the 65-ton brawl?
I'm gonna say Crab because he had the highest BV.
Yeah, the Ghost Bears, basically. I lost by a massive margin. No questions asked there. Because we got into a fight early.
So in the 65-ton category,
the thing is, I mean, the Karhu is quite decent in many situations. Decently fast, decently well armed, and it depends what config you want to go with to begin with.
Dude,
since it's an
it has skull shoulder pads. The Dark Age Mini had skull shoulder pads. How are you going to beat skull shoulder pads? This thing has hot topic, real
energy
to it.
But I think the Arcus did a very good job. Let us not go there, because many
Once
things
again, you can toss a dart at the inner sphere and we can come up with something better.
The Arcus, yes, is a big fat boy, but he did a very, very good job. But I'd say the Fire Scorpion did quite well as well, to be very honest. And the crossbow, surprisingly, but I mean, I engaged a Loki with it, so of course I came out on top. Good Lord.
Even what does that say that on the Hellbringer then? That despite blown off, was still able to crush the Loki. It means that if that Hellbringer pilot survived, it means that if that Hellbringer pilot did survive, he is dishonored and he is being put in a Hunchback 2C.
You do better in Hunchback 2C.
You'll do better in Hunchback.
He has more armor.
Does the Hunchback 2C have more armor than the Loki? No.
Oh God.
No. 96. No, the Hellbringer has more than 96 armor. It has 128. Okay, the Hellbringer has more armor than the Hunchback 2C. The standard Hunchback 2Cs, not the fancy ones that I've built. Because the Hunchback 2C, I have an Hunchback 2C with 2 Ultra 10s. That's the one that we built. Me and my brother, when we were playing and we watched the TV show, we didn't have the stats for the Hunchback 2C, so we didn't know what it was. So we were like, yeah, we're not going to stick 2 Ultra 20 on it because that'd be stupid. So we stick 2 Ultra 10s on it and 2 medium pulse lasers in the center torso.
Because if you put 2 Ultra 20s on it, you're not going to have room for armor. Why on earth would you go into combat in a 55-tonner that has less armor than a 35-tonner? That would be retarded. Put Ultra 10s on it.
And then
you got the stats for it.
Yeah, when we got the stats for it, because my brother got the second edition of the compendium that had the Somerset Striker mechs in it and the TV show mechs in it, we looked at it and was like, this is dumb. this is stupid.
And they put a main character on that thing? Why?
Well, Pytor, I can't say Pytor is really a main character, but Pytor is special, okay?
Well,
I mean, imagine, you have to remember that Nikolai Malthus was already a guy that people were like, yeah, no, you're almost Desgra, and you're progressively getting more Desgra and more problematic as the time goes on. And Pytor was, is right-hand man. That's not a good sign.
Hey, speaking of the Somerset Strikers, something about that box that I noticed a lot of people didn't talk about. Okay, so you know how the Jumping Highlander has the option of either a jump jet plume or a crushed urban mech underneath it?
Yeah.
The Somerset Strikers box has, I think the Bushwhacker is standing on the remains of a Mad Dog Prime, and then one of the other mechs is standing on the remains of a Hunchback 2C.
RIP. I mean, 4 tons of ammo, 2 Ultra 10, 4 tons of ammo, 2 ER medium lasers. You got 2 extra tons of armor on that Hunchback 2C. You barely overeat. Like, you eat 2 if you shoot everything and you run. Oh, no, if you shoot everything and you jump, you eat 2. So yeah. I could lower you could technically drop the eat sinks down to 10 and raise the armor to 10 tons.
But wait a minute.
This is the evil Hunchback 2C with 10 tons of armor, 2 Ultra 10s, and 2 ER mediums. This is
because if you're doing a Hunchback 2C with 2 UAC 10s, isn't that just an oversized Predator?
Undersized Predator.
Oh.
Because the Predator is a 60-tonner. We need to do a 60-tonner match at some point.
60.
To bring the Predator in. It's 2 LB10 actually on the Predator rather than Ultra 10s. I can just imagine if those were Ultra 10s. I mean, the reason why it's a crotch cockpit is because there was too much shaking when you were shooting the LB10s. So if there were 2 Ultra 10s, the pilot would probably die of a seizure due to the shaking of it.
And then the Hunchback 2C's pilots who are hoping for a glorious death to make that ringing go away.
I mean, you're already deaf if you're in a 2C, so you're good. I mean, the Thunderbolt started production in 2491 with the 1C, and I think the 5S, which is the standard, started production in 2507 or something like that. Like, that thing's been around by Ilkon era for 650 years. Is the equivalent of the Bowie knife. No, the Bowie knife's recent. It's the equivalent of a long sword. Like, if you were to go to the front line with a long sword, that's what the equivalent of a Thunderbolt is, or at least the
A
original
Roman
Thunderbolt.
Gladius, maybe even.
No. 650 years brings us to around the time of the discovery of the North America. So, decent enough.
Shit. Okay, so not as old as a Gladius, so definitely swords of that era.
I mean, rapiers, things like that. I mean, another thing that I learned today while messing around with doing the stealth video, you know what the first mech with a Beagle active probe is?
What's that?
The Mackie.
This is your scout mech.
Yeah, the Mackie 9H, which is the production Mackie for the longest period of time, as a Beagle active probe, because it was meant to be used in counterinsurgencies and urban clearing.
The urban area is clear. There are no more insurgents.
There are no more insurgent with my Imperator AC-20 and my 2 Donald PPCs. You are not going to be alive anymore.
And I bet you it's using that active probe because it's Star League. I bet you they were using the advanced active probe rules that let you reduce woods and jungle by -1, so you effectively shoot through light woods for free.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
anyways.
that rule I would probably put as standard in game, so the people have a reason to always take an active probe, or take an active probe more commonly.
Yeah, Zodal, if you're listening to this, dude, you gotta make the advanced Beagle, you gotta make the advanced active probe rules a mainline rule. There's too many mechs out there with active probes, and I hate to break it to you, but not too many people are running with hidden units and hidden infantry and stuff like that. You gotta give the active probe something, man. Our group made it standard in our rule set.
I mean, I don't think it would be a bad rule to put as standard. I mean, it would make the active probe more efficient on a lot of mechs.
I mean, doesn't it? Like, does it detect conventional infantry?
It doesn't detect conventional infantry.
It does.
Detects battle armor, mines, vehicles, mechs.
So they
conventional infantry. I mean, the active probe just doesn't do much.
So what would it be detecting? Because battle armor doesn't exist yet by that time.
It would be detecting hidden Merkava Mark 8s and hidden Marsdens.
And hidden Toyota Hilexes with an AC-2 strapped on the back.
I guess mines? Does it detect mines?
Mines, yes. But I mean, in an urban fighting area by that time, you probably have you have technicals, but you probably have something like the Etzer floating around, right? You might not have a thing called the Etzer, but you more than likely have a thing that behaves like a Etzer
with a heavy rifle on it.
Yeah, I mean that's a problem.
Who cares?
No, by the time the Mackie 9H is in production, it's 2576. Standard Battlemech armor is standard, so you won't have any rifled. You'll have auto cannons all over the place. So it'll be like a truck with an AC-10, which is a problem for a lot of people, especially the police. I mean, I wouldn't like running into a truck with an AC-10 mounted on it down the street.
I mean, it is absolutely nothing to weld some armor plates together onto a tracked or wheeled vehicle and bolt an autocannon 20 and a fire control system to it, and say that this is my AC-20 assault gun.
There it is. I could stick an AC.
Look, if a bunch of people in the Middle East can cut up BMPs and T-72s, weld those armor plates to a U-Haul, and put a turret from a BMP on top of it, we can do this in the future too.
Yeah, and that's probably what you have to worry about far more.
That's what I was thinking. Like there should be like a ramshackle sort of like pirate rules of you're making your own like Franken-mechs.
Mm-hmm.
Like because you have all these rules for like ramshackle and stuff like that. Of, like, but it's been clearly like cobbled together of different parts that aren't supposed to go together. So you have parts for a stalker. You have parts of a charger. What can you make with this? Because a mech is better than no mech. So
yeah, I mean, there used to be more or less rules for that.
And just generate your Franken mech of this is where you go into the deep periphery in an encounter.
Yeah.
It is not something your target computer recognizes because it's not supposed to be a thing.
Marauder?
If you're talking about an upgrade kit for the Thunderbolt, I do have the standard upgrade kits for the basic Thunderbolts available.
Is it a Marauder? Is it a catapult? What is it?
That is probably why people panic when they saw the clans, because either they had brand new mechs or they had things that looked far too much like mechs that they knew and didn't behave like mechs that they knew. So that was a problem.
Which made sense. Yeah.
Speaking of that, have I ever showed you the Behold a Catapult Diogenes version Mad Cat?
Yes, I did see that.
All right, I posted it on the local group server today because Count Dankula did a video on Diogenes, and someone wanted to start talking some crap. So I actually statted up a Timberwolf variant to reflect the miniature while keeping in the spirit of the catapult.
Mm-hmm.
2 LRM-15s with Artemis 5, because why not? 4 ER medium lasers, an M-Pod, a targeting computer, and I think, and a light active probe. And I fitted all of that on there. Why an M-Pod? Because someone told Diogenes not to spit somewhere, so he spit in their face and dropped one of his bangers. So that's what the M-Pod is for.
To spit in people's face.
Yes.
I mean, the Thunderbolt SU that I've built, the 5SU, is basically a regular Thunderbolt, but with ER lasers, all the ammo on one side, because all the ammo weapons are on, well, no, the machine guns are on the other side, but who really cares? With a case 2, so you're well protected there. Ferrofibrous armor. It's not faster. It's not stronger. It's got double heat sinks. It overeats. Yes, I've used it in a couple games already. It overeats because you've got a ton of ER lasers, but it works. And it's a very straightforward upgrade to the Thunderbolt, which is not what you get when you look at the regular Thunderbolt with the evolutions, because most of them are just all over the place. That's the thing.
And that's why I said the Thunderbolt Charlie looks more like a proto-summoner, or a proto-summoner variant, because it doesn't really have that Thunderbolt missile launcher and doesn't get it back until the Thunderbolt C2.
And not 2C,
C2,
yes.
whatever. Not to be confused with the Thunderbolt 2C or the 2C2. And even then, it's like an SRM6 or something. So it's like,
it's a Streak 6.
Isn't a Thunderbolt.
Reasonable. Well, the thing is, for hunting, I mean, that's probably supposed to be a cheap mech. That you build for the for your militias. I mean, it's 6.5 million C-bills, 2,170 BV. It's not that bad. But I mean, what I don't like with it is the pair of ER small lasers that I feel are, out of place. But I mean, you replace the machine guns with ER small pulse lasers. So you've got pretty much the same anti-infantry on it. You've got an anti-missile, which is, well, not great, but it gets better. ERPPC, which is a great gun in general. 3 large lasers. Oh, wait, no, ER medium lasers. Another ER medium lasers for 4 of them, and 2 ER smalls. I mean, Streak 6 will allow you to blow up tanks, which is not a bad thing. But, I mean, take off those 2 ER small, add an heat sink. I don't think it'd be a bad idea. Or
Don't diss the small laser. It has the best damage for weight per heat.
yeah, it is. It is. No, the Clan ER small laser is not a bad gun. You're right. But
Even just like the standard small laser, for its damage for the amount for its weight for heat is very good. It's just that it doesn't have any range.
I mean, what is it? It's a Wasp, the Wasp W that has 6 small lasers, I think. I think that's what it is.
W.
The Wasp 1W for the Wolf's Dragoon version. Wasp 4W, no, that's the very fancy one. 3W is 4 small laser and 2 small pulse lasers, including 2 small lasers in the legs.
Because that's where they put.
Interesting.
That's it. The Wasp 1W that's built by built for the Wolf's Dragoon. 2 small lasers in the right arm, 2 small laser in the left torso, 2 small laser in the right torso. It's meant to get behind someone and press the button. That's all it's meant to really do.
That's still a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage on a 20-tonner that goes 696.
It
That's
just doesn't
18.
have a-
It's not enough to force a piloting skill roll, though.
But if it's going into your rear, do you want to be taking 18 damage in your rear?
Especially not in a rifleman. 18 damage in the rear of a rifleman is no more rifleman. That's what it is.
For Succession Wars tech, that's pretty good.
I mean, there's a few of those oddball mechs that show up when you start digging. I mean, the Wasp has a number of oddballs, to be honest.
Like, it's efficient. It's just that most of the time when things are taking a small laser, they're only taking like 1 or 2.
Yeah. What is it? There's the classic.
Like, there's a lot of mechs where instead of having like an SRM2 or something like that, if it was just small lasers, where you're only going to fire them when they're within kissing range. Oh yeah,
Hey, there's the Firemont H with what? It's 10 10 extend heavy small lasers.
This thing, I know, this thing's a terror in tournaments because it is.
This
very
thing,
low
everybody
BV.
takes one in a tournament. It's not
very
that
low BV, and it's a tactical decision.
I mean,
There's a reason why the Firemoth H and I think the India or the Papa, whatever, the Firemoth HIV is banned from tournaments.
Really?
A lot of times, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so cheap for what it is able to accomplish. That's nine heavy small lasers, and I do believe a targeting computer
yes.
going
So-
like lightning speed down the field. Yeah, there's a reason it's banned in a lot of the Wolfnet and Mercnet Goober tournaments and stuff.
I mean, if you want to really be mean, you could upgrade it all to improved heavy small lasers.
Yeah, but then the
Yeah.
BV's quite high.
It's 914, which is, yeah, it is something. For a 20-ton mech, it is something. But I mean, 10, 15, 20, and it just gets into your back, presses the button, and you die. The Dragoons did not upgrade the Flea Mech Merc. The Dragoons built the Flea. The Flea was out of production until the Dragoons showed back up and told Earthworks, "Hey, we want fleas." And then Earthwork was like, "Really? You want fleas?" "Yes, we want fleas."
Yeah, the Star League loved those things, man. Don't you guys remember the Star League? What? Yeah, but I mean, There's a reason they went out of style here in the Inner Sphere. And why do you guys have Shoguns? No one's seen a Shogun in like 200 years.
Okay, what's that thing over there that's 100 tons and has 2 huge guns on the back and 2 huge guns in the arms? No, you haven't seen that thing.
Oh, the imp.
Not there.
To show up with the imp, the thing that they built.
Yeah,
I believe
showing
he
up
was-
with the imp was the hilarious
believe-
thing. Like,
Oh, I thought you were describing the Behemoth.
yeah, they did.
Not to be confused with the Stone Rhino.
I mean, that's the thing. They retconned it, I think, in a blog post or something like that. So technically, since it's still in a book and there's no book retconning it, I will say that the book takes over from the blog post, because the blog post is just a blog post. It's not anything really official. So yes, the Wolf's Dragoon brought a Behemoth / Stone Rhino when they came to the Inner Sphere because Jamie Wolf was an asshole. But no, they also brought the Imp, the thing that was built by Nicholas Kerensky for no reason. Look, the Wolf's Dragoon are weird. But I mean, for most of the mechs they brought, it kind of made sense. The Uplight, the Ornate, the Falcon, those things were the most common mechs the Star League were using in those particular role. They were like super standard things. Then they show up and nobody has them. The Shogun was rare. The Annihilator
was rare even in
rare.
the Star League.
Yeah, the Annihilator was a prototype.
Yeah, it entered production like right there at the final push to Terra.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
a company's worth made it to Terra.
So those were weird. But
I feel like I'm being Mandela affected here because I seem to recall that the Imp was like, while it did finally see production with the clans, I thought that the Imp was based on a Star League project for a 100-ton command and pacification machine or something.
No, it's a Nicholas Kerensky original. Big Nicky decided to make that thing because he wanted to be as cool as his dad.
That one, he really
wanted to be as cool as his dad. I mean,
now, what did he cook? Probably meth, but
Well, no, but look at the. I mean, I just did the video on the Imp, but look at the standard Imp for the Succession War era, the 2E, the one that ended up, being used by the Wolf's Dragoon more or less. I mean, it's a EAT neutral 2 PPC LRM-15 platform with lots of medium lasers and almost max armor.
I mean, in the Succession War era, it does do some nasty damage.
This will beat an Atlas.
Oh yeah,
in general fights. And I mean, I think it is the best 100-tonner for the Succession War era. Well, I mean, for its Succession War era, that late period. Because the Marauder 2C, Marauder 2C, Marauder 2, it's two PPCs, 2 medium laser and a large laser. It's decently EAT neutral. It's a little bit more mobile with those jump jets. But on a big mech like that, I think I prefer the Imp. And the Atlas, is the Atlas. The Atlas is the advantage that it can punch your head in because it's got 2 fists. So it does have that advantage.
Meanwhile, what does the Imp have? It has the Inner Sphere's largest medium laser.
True. It has the Inner Sphere's largest medium laser.
No, wait, correction. The Orion still has the biggest, but the Imp has the most armored medium laser in the Inner Sphere, I'd say.
That is a good way to say it. Yeah. But I mean, there is a mech that should have been in production during the Succession War because there's no reason why it wasn't in production. There even was a factory for it. The Pillager. The basic Pillager has no Star League tech on it. 2 AC-20s, 3 medium lasers, including a rear shooting one in the head, and an SRM-4. There was a factory for it, and it was never destroyed. So, if Liao forces show up with a Pillager 1N in any Succession War game, I'm okay with it. Because I am certain that they would not have stopped building those things because they had a factory for it.
Oh yeah, and that's just one of those things where, like, maybe some retconning is in order, because if that factory was never destroyed, why on earth would I stop building a 100-ton 353 220 carrying 100-tonner?
No, it's 352. Sorry, it only has 2 jump jets.
Oh well, it's still more mobile. Still, it's a dual AC-20 carrier that is still more mobile than the King Crab.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the better version of the King Crab in my opinion. Because
Oh
with
yeah,
2
because its
fists,
arms are also free.
because punching people is always fun.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes, there's the version with the twin Gauss rifle, and I actually don't like it as much as this one. Because twin Gauss are fun, yes, but you're just another Gauss boat. While with this, you're in special mech category.
Caveat, though, isn't the twin Gauss Pillager also armed with stealth armor?
There is a version with stealth armor, yes. So
well, to which I
can't
say,
it as
why would
bad.
I want to go? Why would I want to go 3.5 undefined jumping profile with 2 Gauss rifles when I could go 3.5 undefined jumping profile with 3 Gauss rifles?
Yes, but I mean
Or
the most recent version has a pair of Clan LB20Xs instead.
Yeah.
So
Or in the Civil War era, 3.5 with 2 Gauss rifles and an Arrow 4. I really like the Thunderhawk. I just think it's a neat robot that does really neat things.
I will not lie and say that it is a neat mech. I just haven't played with it personally. I know I've used it here and there, but never as much as I probably should have. There's so many odd mechs that are just weird.
Yeah.
Lost to time, reduced to ashes.
But no, the worst ones are things like the Hitman. Like, I keep bringing it up because I just wrote about it. But like the Hitman has been in production since 3055 with no stoppage even during the Jihad. Because Aix-la-Chapelle was never hit by the jihadis or by anybody. Even the Ghost Bears don't go there. So Deep Lund just, keeps pumping out Hitman, keep pumping out Mongoose out of there every year, tons of them. And nobody talks about the Hitman because it's just a weirdo. But it's a great mech. After reviewing it, I really like it as a small EWAR machine. It works great. I've got upgrade kits for it already. There's a few mechs like that, just are going to be around, and people, because of the way minis are produced, and that's not the Thunderbolt I was wanting to look at here. Because of the way the minis are produced and stuff like that, people don't use those mechs because they don't exist if they don't have a mini, basically.
Yeah. Hence our problem with the Arcas earlier. Oh my god, this thing is a monster. Why don't people use this more? Well, because unless you're one of the 200 Ghost Bear players, you don't know about the Arcas.
The rule of
and on paper, even then on paper, it's pretty unremarkable. It's a 65-ton, 2 large pulse laser, couple of Streak SRM, carry, and heavy mech. Okay.
Yeah, but it has enough armor, and it's fast enough, and it does everything well enough. That's the magic thing with a mech like that. When you do everything well enough, it's usually enough. It's a mean thing to say or weird thing to say, but
the real reason people don't remember it is that it hasn't appeared in the mainline Mech Warrior game.
That too. But I mean, if you have a mini, people will kind of remember it because, you've bought the box, so you're going to use it. I mean, we're going to see more people playing with Scorpions and Goliaths now since there's a box with them in it.
Mm-hmm.
But, the Night Hawk,
people are starting to discover the Jaeger mech and how trashy it is. But with the autocannon buffs, you might want to take the Jaeger mech.
Reasonable. I mean,
Nighthawk is a silly one.
Nighthawk is a silly mech, but people don't remember it because there's no minis for it. It was never in any Mech Warrior game, and it's one of those weird things that's out there. I mean, 3055 and 30 58 as a bunch of those mechs here that are just, what are those things and why is it there, kind of thing. The Emperor's got a mini now, so we're going to start seeing more people playing the Emperor, I am sure.
And I don't. I've never cared for the Emperor.
I like the base model with the 2 LB10X, 2 large, 2 medium pulse. I mean, it does a little bit of everything. It's perfectly functional, let's say.
Is it safe to call it a 100-ton trooper?
It's a 90-ton trooper. Yeah.
A 90-ton trooper?
Yeah. But I mean, you
why
have
would
to
I want a
think,
90-ton trooper when I could have,
A 100-ton
literally
trooper.
anything else? Yeah, I could have a
100-ton
100-ton killer of men and machines.
what I don't like is the XL engine in it. It makes it really fragile for a mech its size.
For trying to muscle in on the Highlanders territory.
I mean, you have to remember the Mackie was the first mech. Then they built the Kudo because they needed something to support it at 45 ton, that little thing there. But then they were like, we need other big mechs. So they built the Emperor and they built the Banshee. And they kept building those things because people, knew how to build them.
The thing about the Emperor is that there are only 2 scenarios where you would want to run an Emperor, in my opinion. One, you are playing as the Capellans and you want to put Sun Tzu on the field with his pimptastic Golden Emperor that was supposedly layered in a thin layer of highly polished gold. Or 2, you are a Goliath Scorpion player and you are running the Emperor that has the serial number 000001, the first Emperor to ever walk off the Star League lines.
Well, the Emperor 5A or 6A that walked off the factory line, because you wouldn't be piloting an Emperor 1A because you don't want to sit in the primitive cockpit and primitive armor.
No, nobody wants to do that. No,
Well, I mean,
the
if you're
fluff
playing
for the
games for that
Emperor,
era, yes, but
what is it? The Emperor Niran, I believe, is the named mech. Yeah, he is. It's a Scorpion exclusive mech. It was refitted with like a couple of clan autocannons, and basically the
no,
big thing with it
Gauss
is that
Gauss rifles.
it's
So
the
2
first
Gauss
Emperor.
rifle.
It's the
It's a
first
Gauss
of that
boat.
model to walk off of the line. The Scorpion dude found it, and that's been his ride ever since.
Yeah, I understand that. Unfortunately.
But yeah, that's the cases where you're running an Emperor. You're either running that,
or you're playing
now,
early Age of War.
Now, and see, this is what I don't like. The primitive mech designs, like I have a mini for the primitive Thunderbolt, and it is so cool. The primitive Emperor looks so cool. The primitive, it's called the Swordsman, but it's what ultimately becomes the Shadowhawk. Looks so cool.
Well, the Swordsman.
It's important that these kind of things exist, where it's like the houses were building their first battle mechs. They were getting experience, and some of these things were completely lost to history because they were not good.
Well, that's basically the Swordsman. The Swordsman was it actually the mech that replaced the Swordsman is the Wolverine. Because
pull up the primitive Thunderbolt and tell me that is not literally the coolest thing ever.
Is it on the wiki? Probably. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. That's the Dark Age one, which looks awful.
Actually, that's Project Phoenix.
No, that's MWA.
Go up above that one. But they were based off the Project Phoenix mechs. That might be it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Look at that thing.
Justin Nelson is the one that did most of those, and they look really cool. They do look really cool. I mean, they did have good artists for a while, and now they've got a few guys that do the same thing over and over and over. So
they're really fans of the Soviet industrial beveled edges, no right angles, panels that go nowhere type stuff. Now, I just want to point out before I have to mute myself and do some calculating. The Dark Age mechs, I have that many right there. But a lot of the Dark Age mechs, the Battlemaster, Stinger, Wasp, Thunderbolt, etc., were based off of the Project Phoenix artwork.
All right. Well, anyways, we gotta go because it's getting late, and I do have to get up early tomorrow and early the day after. It's gonna be a weird couple days for me, but fun times. I thank everybody for watching. We had a little game. We had a little fun. Everybody had a little bit of entertainment. I hope a lot of discussions on mechs and different things, and we'll try to do another brawl like this at one point. Maybe not next week. We'll talk about something else next week. But I mean, we're gonna talk about things. Keep working on those videos and have fun. So I thank everybody for watching. Have a very nice day.
Oh,
Curious throwing some shade here, saying the Project Phoenix art should never have been greenlit. In some cases,
People
I
are
will
allowed.
agree.
People are allowed to have opinions.
All right, we'll see everybody later. Bye bye.